I can't believe the Lions ran a successful fake punt on 4th and 12 from basically their own end zone, and they still lost the game.
Hard to do.
Yeah. When you get something to go your way that cleanly, you pretty much always win the game. It's just kind of like...
I'm watching it right now.
Like, how psychotic do you have to be to do a fake punt in that situation?
Yeah, and it was a beauty too. Like it was, it was a horrible idea. If it failed,
Mm-hmm.
because they're on their own 20. So if it fails, they immediately turn the ball over in scoring position.
Mm-hmm.
But it because it was such a stupid idea, no one's ever thinking you'd actually do it. So it took them so by surprise. Literally everybody was open. He could have just threw it to anybody he wanted. So he picked the guy who was the furthest downfield.
Mm-hmm.
And that was one of the laziest, slowest passes that I've ever seen too.
Yeah.
And it still worked.
Well, he's a
Exactly like
punter. He's a punter.
But exactly like you said, it was like, how do you do that and you lose?
Yeah. Like, how do you pull that off and still lose the game? Oh, Austin, Geno Smith is much better than Alex Smith. Alex Smith was a check down merchant. All Alex Smith did was move down the field 3 yards at a time. That's all he ever did. Geno Smith can actually push the ball down the field. Alex Smith was nothing until he hooked up with Andy Reid. Geno's much better than that, I think. It was a weird ass Sunday, though, man. The Lions lost. The Cowboys got obliterated at home.
Mm.
Like, it was a weird day, man.
Well, yeah, I'm glad that you guys are enjoying, football, but the season's done for me. I'm
Mm-hmm.
no longer care.
Well, look on the bright side. Tua's indicated he's not going to retire because as long as he gets cleared by the doctors, he can't retire without giving all the money back. So either the Dolphins will get their money back, or you get to watch a man's brains get turned into literally spaghetti on a football field.
Well, here's what really bothers me. Is the Dolphins general manager is well aware that the offensive line sucks and has been a problem, but he doesn't want to sign any offensive linemen. We had the money to do it. We let one of our old linemen walk, our best one, in the offseason. It only would have cost us $8 million. And that's not per season. That's total. He still didn't want to do it. That doesn't make any fucking sense. And it's because he has the mindset. He was quoted as saying, offensive linemen don't win you Super Bowls. And I'm all like, well, you don't win any fucking Super Bowls. You haven't even won a fucking playoff game since Tom Brady's been drafted. So don't give me that shit.
I think the last time the Dolphins won a playoff game, it might have been against the Seahawks when the Seahawks were in the AFC.
Right. It's fucking criminal to say that shit. Not only that, I cannot remember the last time that there was a single team in any conference championship game that didn't have an elite offensive line. It's like the foundation. It's more important than the fucking quarterback. And you remember the last time a team made a conference championship game? They didn't have at least one guy who was a Pro Bowler on the offensive line?
Mm-hmm. Well, the Bengals, the team that almost won the Super Bowl a couple years ago, had a bad offensive line.
And
that was about
when
it.
I say that, I don't mean a guy who won the Pro Bowl that season. There's only so many spots. I just mean a guy who had been at one point a Pro Bowler.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it doesn't really happen often. And he says that shit, and it's like, okay. Meanwhile, you've got a quarterback who's who's had a history of concussions. You know who else had a history of concussions was Andrew Luck. And when the Colts refused to get him an offensive line, he retired in his fucking 20s because he was like, fuck this shit. I want to be able to remember my grandchildren's names. What the hell? Like, the moment he said that shit, the first concussion Tua got after that, the guy should have been lynched. And he still should be right now. And I'm like, here's what you do. Out of respect for what Tua has been through, bench him for the remainder of the season so that he gets to keep his money. Specifically, to make the team as bad as possible, and go out there every single fucking day and say, I do not want this team to win. I am intentionally trying to lose. I'm not tanking for a draft pick. I'm trying to get this piece of shit fired because he won't spend a dime on offensive line help, and I'm sick to death of seeing my quarterback suffering from concussions because he's getting his ass whipped. If you say that, you would have the easiest lawsuit of your life if you actually got fired.
Mhm.
Because of how desperate the NFL is to avoid negative press relating to concussions. So the NFL at that point would pressure the ownership to say, okay, fire this guy. And the Dolphins would be forced to actually invest in offensive line help. Because I'm all like, you know what? Tyreek Hill is great. We've got other guys to throw it to besides him. We were such a good team last year because we had an elite defense. Our fucking offense shit the bed, and that's why we started losing. No, it'd help an offensive line. We have an elite running back. We have an elite wide receiver core. Who is above average, very least. If you give them time to do their fucking job, maybe they'd actually get something going. But we're not gonna. What do you think happens when he's getting his ass kicked all day?
Yeah, I know everybody's really mad about the penalty in the Chiefs-Bengals game. He got there early. I'm sorry, he did. It sucks. They could have swallowed the whistle because it was 4th and 16, and they usually don't call flags on a play like that, but he did get there early. It sucks. He didn't need to, but it is what it is.
What have we here?
Oh shit, is this another boss fight?
Looks like you lured another man in here, you little whore.
No, I didn't. Please, help me.
Let's see just how shameless you are, you dirty little skank. Say hello to my little friend.
No, not again. Help me.
Officer. Officer, can I talk to you for a minute? I mean, look, what did that woman do? This seems a little like...
Okay, so...
If you try to interfere with official police business...
I don't know if you saw this today, Snacks, but the Giants kicker got hurt, and they didn't have another kicker, so they had to go for 2 every time today, and they couldn't kick any field goals, and they lost because of it. It was pretty glorious.
Why didn't they have somebody else to try? Like, you don't need to fucking. Are you only allowed to kick if you are on the roster as a kicker?
No, anybody can kick, but maybe they didn't have anybody else who could do it. I guess it's possible.
I completely get it. If you're not a professional kicker, you can't do a field goal, like a long one. Get it? But you can't do an extra point?
Dude.
I'm looking at it now. Let's see here. Giants touchdown.
Yeah, I remember the Dixon drop kick. An absolute classic.
Touchdown, 2-point conversion attempt was no good, so like, why not try there? Because it's listed backwards compared to when it's actually like that. Fucking really weird. Sorry. Oh. So is Jamie Gillen the Giants kicker?
No, Graham Gano.
Okay, so they did try with another guy to kick the extra point on their first touchdown, and he missed. But then the next time they score, they go for 2 and it failed. And then the next time they score, they go for 2 and it fails. And then they lose by 3. So if those 2-point conversions had worked, it would have been fine. But the point is, they had 3 touchdowns, and if they had actually managed to get any of those extra points, it would have gone at the very least to overtime. Yeah, they man, that is insane.
The thing is, they
See that
knew he
happen.
was hurt all week and didn't get another kicker. That's the part that's like special ed type shit, man. That's like
I know.
special needs.
Wait a minute. So it wasn't that he got injured during the game, but they knew that he was hurt and was inactive for a whole fucking week, and they didn't do anything?
Well, apparently they knew he was injured, but they thought he could play, and he got injured on the opening kickoff.
Then why the fuck didn't you have one guy you could replace him with?
That's the question that people are going to be asking him all week.
Well, hey, at least, everyone's always going to complain. Everybody always complains. I've never met a happy football fan in my life.
Mm-hmm.
However, Giants fans, at the very least, in the future, anytime they ever bitch and whine about a kicker missing, you just sit there and point them to this game and be like, you see, it's not so fucking easy, is it? Because they just thought any swinging dick could kick, and it turns out that wasn't true. They didn't bother getting another kicker, and lo and behold. Not only that, but if they could actually kick a field goal, then that final possession that ended up being a turnover on downs, they could have actually scored. Which, even with everything else that happened, would have at least tied it.
Yeah.
So... the kickers are so useless, they only have one job, they can't even do that. Well...
Oh shit, I'm not dead.
Right.
Come on. God, she has so much health, man. I mean, I know the joke is that she's morbidly obese, but, like, goddamn.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We'll get this, though. Deshaun Watson actually won a game. This is a great day in the history of the NFL. Deshaun Watson.
$80 N-word.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a giant fan of Dead Rising stuff either, but I think the games are good enough. And they're different than other games. I haven't played other games that are like this, really, off the top of my head.
Yes, it's a very unique formula.
Mm-hmm. I played better. But nothing wrong with it.
Well, you have to consider the zombie genre as a whole. And aside from the fact that there's really not much to choose from, genuinely, Dead Rising is way up there in terms of all of them. Because, like, there are just so many fucking bad ones. I think the best zombie game of all time definitely has got to be the Left 4 Dead series. Just because of the enjoyment you can get with having other people involved. But if you didn't want to include the multiplayer component, then obviously it's Resident Evil. But while those are like the absolute, top tier of everything else, for every one of those games that you get, there's like 10,000 absolutely dog shit games. Especially using licenses out there. I'm like, there's a lot of stuff that is popular, like the Dying Light games, which I thought were just terrible. The only thing I liked about Dying Light is that you had the ability to use a bow and arrow, and that if you killed an enemy with arrows, you could actually pick the arrows back up and reuse them. So in an environment where they're trying to make resources scarce, it's really super useful. But that doesn't mean that the whole game was amazing. Far from it, actually.
I've never played Dying Light 1 or 2. Oh shit, it's the cult members. Get away from me. Get away from me.
Yeah, they're really not that easy, or that hard to deal with if you have the small chainsaws.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, obviously you're going to be concerned that they'll kidnap you again. But as long as they don't, you just go up there and kick their asses. It's pretty fine.
Alright, let's go kill this fat woman now. So, given the fact that I obviously cannot beat the game, all I'm going to focus on now is rescuing survivors so we can rack up PP. So when I go through the game a second time, I'm OP.
That's why it's good to fight the cops, or the cop boss that you're fighting right now. Because you get like 4 survivors that you've got captured there that you can rescue, so you get lots of points.
Yeah. And with with all these guns I have, this should actually be pretty trivial.
Yeah.
I wish the game would exercise common sense and not have the walkie-talkie go off in the middle of a damn boss fight. Like, come on. Let's use our brains here. Think with your brain, dude.
Yeah, but in other games they fixed that, because that was a common complaint that people had, and it's going to be changed. It's one of the changes in the remaster also. Yeah, I was pretty pissed because I ordered the Crazy Crust for the last day of free delivery also.
Yeah.
And they didn't give it to me. It was just regular old stuffed crust because the employees, I guess they're rushed, and to be fair, it is not only Sunday, but yeah, it's the last day of the meme too. So like, I get it, but that still really pisses me off because I can't get my money back. So they just screwed me out of $2 for no reason.
Yeah.
Which I'm never going to be happy about.
So obviously it's cheap pizza, but I am rarely unhappy with Little Caesars, and a lot of people would disagree with me on that one, I think.
Well, those people don't understand what it's about, and they also have awful taste. And the reason that I say that is because it's not that they say Little Caesars is crappy. It's that they actually prefer other fast food pizzas over it. They say, "Oh, Little Caesars sucks, man. You should get Pizza Hut." And I'm like, "Hey, I like Pizza Hut too, but Little Caesars is way better." And that's one of the things I love so much about Little Caesars is that it's not only cheaper to a hilarious extent, but it's also just better than other fast food pizzas. Like, obviously, because it's fast food pizza, it's not ever going to be anything other than that. But that doesn't mean that it's bad for what it is. You know, it's incredibly fair price stuff.
Mhm.
You know, that you can get a hot and ready. You know, they used to be $5, and they're not anymore. I get it. I'm pissed too. But you could still get them hot and ready for $8. And $8 is like the price of a fucking Big Mac or some shit now.
Yeah, the only good deals left in fast food are Little Caesars, Taco Time. Yesterday I went to Taco Time and I fed 3 people for $36. Not even, actually, it was like 35 and change.
Nice.
And I would say Popeyes just because of the chicken sandwich being $5.
I like the chicken sandwich too, but that's the whole point, is that like the chicken sandwich, the price of it is very nearly the price of a hot and ready.
Mhm.
This is how bad things have gotten. Is it, you know, back in the day, folks, everything used to be pretty much $5. For $5, you could get a meal at McDonald's. $5, you could get a foot long at Subway. For $5, you could get a hot and ready pizza. For $5, you could go get anything in fast food. The point is, it would feed you till you were full.
Mhm.
It's not true anymore.
Well, Austin, of course the Chiefs get bailed out. They get bailed out all the time. But speaking about today, I get it, you know? I don't know why they decided this was the hill to die on. Wait a minute, I thought there were 4 of them. Shit. One of them got left behind. Okay, there you are. Janet. So, did you see that thing I posted earlier today? Like the AI-generated Friends thumbnail? The one with Chandler
Oh, I
Singleton?
didn't know that was AI generated. I thought that was legit for a second.
Someone actually made the trailer on YouTube with AI.
Oh man, that's pretty
Incredibly
funny.
disrespectful, but also pretty funny. Kelly,
I don't give a shit about it being disrespectful. All of those people are pieces of shit. But that's pretty funny.
yeah, Matthew Perry seemed like a decent guy. He was the only guy on that show who was actually funny.
And he had a really big drug problem, which is very sad because he fell off the wagon and that's how he died. But yeah, you know, it is what it is. Nobody makes it out of this one alive, sadly.
Yeah, that Bears defense is pretty nice. I keep telling people that is a sleeper playoff team.
Yeah,
If their
like
offense can get it together.
this is the thing: is the Bears are ready. They have a very good defense, and like Joker's brought up a couple of times, they have a very good receiver core. If Caleb was actually what he was advertised as being, if he was what he was hyped as being, and he was NFL Pro ready on the spot, and he was going to have a rookie season just like C.J. Stroud did, if that was true, the Bears would automatically be the favorites to win their division. They really did a good job fixing that team because they were trying to put it together around Fields, and that was a horrifying idea.
Mhm.
And you know, they get Caleb, who was so hyped up. He's like the most hyped guy since Andrew Luck. If he was ready to go, they'd be on the fucking ball. And they're still a good team, but Caleb is obviously the weak spot. To the point where this went from a team that genuinely could contend this year, the same way the Texans are, to I don't even think they're going to win their division.
But Caleb could figure it out. Russell Wilson was terrible his first 5 games. People
There's still
forget this.
plenty of time. There's
Yeah.
still plenty of time. It's only week 2. I'm just saying if things continue. Because again, CJ was good immediately.
And I love that chainsaw, even though it's kind of hard to use. It is so fun to use. Fucking cultists.
Holy shit. I was not expecting that. What the fuck? Bro. I'm doing the final boss fight against Sullivan here.
Mm-hmm.
He literally one-shot me from full health.
How many squares do you have?
Let me see here. Full health is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. One shot me from full health. I had full fucking health. Because I literally just healed before I got in there. One hit. I didn't know he could do that. From full health, bro. God damn.
Okay, Janet, you're fucking stupid. Whatever. I don't
You
care.
bet, Marty. Yeah, I'm just so shocked. Nothing in this game can one-shot you. I cannot believe that. That's apparently the only thing that can.
No!
Because like I had full health, and then he runs towards me and he hits me with the uppercut, and that did 11 squares worth of damage, but he knocked me off the platform, so when I fall, the fall damage was the last bit and it killed me.
Wacky.
Holy shit, man. Like
You know, I don't think Anthony Richardson's actually good at football. I think he's good at, like, backyard football. Maybe he's not actually good at football. I'm really disappointed in him today.
I'm surprised at how good the Patriots have been so far.
Competent, perfectly competent, my man. That offensive line in New England's so bad, though. If they put in fucking Drake May, he's gonna get murdered.
Probably, but they're still a lot more competitive than I thought they'd be. Because they were so bad last year, I thought they were done.
Mm-hmm.
Especially because, like, again, I'm a big believer in Bill Belichick on account of the fact that I had to watch this guy like be the best coach ever against my team for so many fucking years.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, the team was rebuilding, and he unfairly got a ton of hate for how bad they were because they're fucking rebuilding. Now, he's a bad general manager. I would never argue that. He is terrible at drafting. Not everybody is good at doing that. Like, he's the best coach ever, so doesn't matter. But like for the team to be better right now, it actually breaks my heart because I'm like, man, people are gonna use this and be like, see, Belichick sucked ass all this time. I'm like, they made the team better in the off season because they hired a real general manager. Like, you can't win if you've got dog shit on your team. That doesn't mean Bill was the problem.
It's okay. You can't. People can't be good at everything.
Right.
Yeah, it's glorious, isn't it? The Rams might be done. And there's a real scenario where McVay decides, you know what? If Stafford's not going to be here, I'm not going to be here. Bye-bye. Because Stafford might retire at the end of the year. I think there's a very real scenario where McVay just is like, okay, I'm going to go work for Amazon for a while. In the booth, not in the warehouse. Obviously. I made it sound like he was going to go work in an Amazon warehouse or something. Obviously, not that, but yeah. All right, let's try this again.
I still can't get over Sullivan fucking one-shotting me. It was wild.
Did you lose a lot of progress, or are you okay?
My previous day was 15 minutes ago. It's not that bad. You know, I already got back there. I'm maybe 30 seconds away from restarting the fight, so it's not terrible, but I was just shocked. It's like since he knocks the weapons out of your hand if you use a weapon, my whole inventory is just filled with healing items. I never even got the chance to use one because he just shot me. So I thought, you know, because like it was so easy last time, I'm like, yeah, no problem, you know, we'll just get in there and kick his ass.
Are you all right?
Thank you very much.
Nope.
Are you all right?
Thanks. Hey!
Oh wow, dude, the drop kick did so much more damage than I thought.
Come on! Follow me!
Stop fucking rolling away, you dick. Yeah, it takes 12 drop kicks to beat him, I guess.
Oh, cool, user. Well done. Yeah, are the Vikings legit or not, man?
The correct answer is no. The Vikings are never legit. Their entire fucking roster could be a bunch of first ballot Hall of Famers and they wouldn't be legit because that happened so many times before in history. They'll inevitably choke. They always do. You fucking dick. He's over there shooting at me.
It doesn't matter. You need to die. I don't care. Being rude. What did you Tell her that I don't care.
The hell was that?
So I don't know if you were around in the immediate aftermath of the Trump assassination attempt being announced, but for like 10 minutes, the report was it was gang violence unrelated to Donald Trump was the report.
They tried like hell to do everything they could to say that it wasn't another assassination attempt. And it's like, you guys could not make it more obvious if you tried that you knew that this guy was going to do this shit and that he's an asset. I'm at the point now, I'm convinced. I really don't think that there's any other reality that's going to happen because of the way that these people behave and how they operate. I think that within the next 10 years, there's going to be another civil war. There can't not be with the way that they're acting. They're not going to be satisfied until there is, you know? It's horrible. All you got to do is just look at what's happening in Ukraine. I damn sure don't want that shit to happen here.
Are you shitting me?
Yes.
Dumbasses, get over here. My God, man. My expectations were low for the AI in this game, but holy fuck.
Thank you very much.
Follow me!
Ooh, Caleb, no. Oh my god. So I hadn't checked his box score since halftime. Oh my god.
Yeah, it got much worse after halftime. It sucks.
Oh my god.
He'll come around.
174 total yards on 37 attempts, 2 picks. He got sacked 7 times.
His offensive line is abysmal, though. Like,
Yes. If he gets sacked 7 times, that's not his fault. But like, holy shit. And not only, oh my god. DeAndre Swift had 14 carries for 18 yards. He averaged 1.3 yards a carry. That is horrifying. Like,
yeah, that's not right.
man, their offensive line. Yeah, you're not kidding. That's about as bad as it could get.
Fuck! These fucking cultists are ruining everything.
Looks like 72 yards. I can blow his head off clean from here. Can I take a shot, Dad?
Oh, I don't want to deal with this shit right now.
From here's no big deal, Jack. Think you can pull it off, Thomas?
But Daddy, he ain't no zombie. He's just a man.
Thomas! We're doing this to survive. You know that.
Using a firearm for self-defense is our God-given right as Americans, Thomas.
I cannot afford to be dealing with this right now.
Shoot him.
Shoot him, Thomas!
Said shoot him. Thomas. Now! What are you waiting for? Do it!
Come on. Follow me. Follow me. Follow me. Come on. Follow me. Follow me. Follow me. Follow me.
Thanks. Thanks.
Follow me. Follow me. Follow me. Come on. Follow me. Follow me.
That scene just reminded me of The Last of Show Season 2 is coming later this year. Yeah, I still haven't seen Season 1 yet, I'll be honest. And I don't know if I need to.
Of what?
The Last of Us TV show thing.
Oh, yeah, don't watch that shit. It's awful. It's total slop.
Follow me. Follow me. Come on.
Cause like, what was your opinion of when you were playing Last of Us 2? Like, were you actually enjoying yourself?
Well, the game itself, gameplay-wise, was definitely great.
The cutscenes.
Oh, well, yeah. That stuff got silly.
The show is generally regarded as being on the same tier as the cutscenes in that game as far as the writing goes. People may love it because they're like super big fans of Pedro Pascal, and that's fine. But at the same time, I'm kind of like, he's not awful, not by any stretch, but I'm kind of over him,
Yeah,
like,
I'm not a fan.
he's in fucking everything, and I
Yeah.
don't feel that he deserves to be in everything. Like, you remember how Avatar was like history-makingly excellent financially?
Yeah.
Not in terms of like being redefining filmmaking or anything, but that it made a shitload of money out of nowhere and broke records people thought could never be broken.
Absolutely.
Well, when that happened, Sam Worthington was in like fucking everything for a minute. But just because Pedro Pascal was a very beloved character in Game of Thrones, suddenly he's in fucking everything. Like, let's calm it down a little bit,
Yeah, and he was in The Mandalorian, and you never see his face.
It's like I'm a big fan of Carl Urban. I have loved the stuff that he's been in for a long time, and so because of that, I'm glad that he's getting a lot of success with the show The Boys, even though I hate the show and think that it's flop. I'm glad he's having that kind of success. But he was also amazing in, just like I said, just like everything I've ever seen him in, but especially in Dread, and I would love a sequel to that. But if they decided instead, hey, Carl Urban should suddenly be in everything, I'd be like, yeah, let's do this. Like, that's somebody who really ought to be in everything. Let's go. Is that your dog barking?
That's my sugar glider barking.
Your sugar glider makes a noise like that. It sounds like It sounds like a dog that a blonde would carry in her purse.
You think that's interesting? Look
But that
up,
thing's pretty loud.
go to YouTube and look up sugar glider crabbing, like crab-ing. Look that up.
Sugar glider, sugar dancing. Do 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 do. Let me see here.
It sounds like a hard drive going bad is basically the best way I can put it.
Jesus
It
Christ.
sounds like a failing hard drive when they get irritated. Let me go pacify him 1 second.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, I'm back. My attempts to pacify him didn't really work. He just got more irritated.
I could hear it. That's when he did the thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it sounds
What
like
the
a
hell
hard
is-
drive failing.
Right. What the hell is crabbing?
It's what they do when they're scared or annoyed or irritated.
So it's like the equivalent of a cat hissing.
Kind of, yeah. If you look it up on YouTube, you can find plenty of videos of it.
Yeah, I'm looking at them now. Wow, they're so cute.
Hmm.
Oh, sugar glider bath time.
I've never gotten my sugar glider wet. To my knowledge, it would kill them. I'm surprised.
Well, I mean, yeah, just dunking it in a fucking bathtub would probably kill it. But
Hmm.
gently rinse.
They bathe themselves, though. That's the thing. They're like cats. They can bathe themselves.
Yeah, and just like cats, it's possible to bathe them, and sometimes it's necessary. Like, I've been brushing my cats a lot over the last 3 weeks since I got the dematting tools to make sure that they don't get mats in their fur.
Hmm.
And man, they shed a lot. They shed fast. They shed so much. But what I've really been noticing is that one of my cats is having a real problem with dandruff. And the only way to really solve that is to actually give her a bath. I don't want to do that because that's an all-day affair.
All right.
Good God, there's so many gas zombies. Oh man, one of my favorite Frasier moments is he was really bored by one of his customers, or his callers were just, they were just a really boring person, so he didn't give a shit. So, he's really struggling to listen. He falls asleep in the middle of him telling his story. So he wakes back up because his caller was like, "Well, Dr. Crane, what do you think?" He's like, about what?" And he's like, "About what I've been talking about." Then he looks over at Roz, and Roz was asleep too. She just shrugs at him. And he's like, "Well, things like this usually seem clear in the light of day, so my advice is to sleep on it." And the guy's like, "You think that's funny? The problems I've been having with insomnia, you tell me to sleep on it?" He's like, "Oh shit." Oops.
That is kind of funny, honestly.
Yes, the writing in Frasier was very good before the head writer passed away in 9/11. Edge.
Well, given that The Last of Us Part 2 was a very successful game, objectively speaking, I imagine there will be a Last of Us 3.
Yeah, more than likely.
But, in fairness, I don't know where else they can go with the story. Given that the whole game was supposed to be a crude and ineffectual metaphor for the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, I wonder what Druckmann thinks about the undertones of his game now, given what's happened over the last few years.
He probably doesn't think anything because he's a fucking retarded piece of shit. And literally, like, he goes in public wearing the T-shirt that like advertises that he's the guy who decided to have Joel get killed in The Last of Us 2. Like that's what he's proud of. So if there's a Last of Us 3, what's going to happen is that they either will include Druckmann or they won't. If they do, it will flop. Because of how many fans felt betrayed by Last of Us 2 and how so many people bought it just because, blah, whatever. That kind of inertia from Last of Us 1 is not going to continue into Last of Us 3. If they go with the same people. Because, like you said yourself, where do you even go from here? If they don't do Druckmann, it's probably going to be a prequel that has Joel before he meets Ellie, just palling around with Tex, doing that kind of stuff. They'll do that because of how popular Joel is. And they'll probably have cutscenes where it's like Joel's telling Ellie a story about, something that he did one time. And that's how the story is told. Sort of like when they initially released the Master Chief Collection on the Xbox One with the Halo 2 remaster. They had no, actually, I think it might have been in Halo 5. Or it might have been advertising Halo 5. I don't know. But they kept doing flashbacks where, like, the Arbiter was telling the story of the Halo games.
Oh, so it's like when Glep is telling that story to his grandson.
Yes. And Christianity was right all along. Sorry. Man. How mad do you think Hillary Clinton is that that Ryan Ruth guy got taken alive?
He's already been handed over to the FBI, though, so it's already all ogre.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure he'll either be released on his own recognizance or Epsteined within 12 hours, either or.
I assume he's going to get Epstein. Like, there's no way
More than likely.
they're going to stand for that. Okay, but user error, the thing is, I don't think they feel like they have anything to fix with Last of Us Part 2. Like, it depends on who you ask, right? Oh my god, I did no damage. Dude, I'm gonna get wrecked.
Come on! Like shooting fish in a barrel. Talk about dumb. Come on! Over here! Come on! Over here!
Get away from me!
Follow me!
Wait, where the fuck am I supposed to go? I'm confused. Lady space. Aha! Here we go.
Follow me!
Oh, this isn't a bathroom? Okay. Damn it. There's a bathroom here, though. Yeah, me and Snacks had a lot of fun when I was streaming Last of Us 2, and the sex scene on the boat came up. Snacks brought the house down. He had this one line that was like, man, that woman must have a clit the size of an eggplant.
Jesus.
It was almost the best moment ever on stream. Best is still when you did the 4 chainsaw downs in...
I was exactly thinking of precisely that thing. You're like, best moment on stream. Oh, man. That was an all-timer right there. Hall of Fame. Uh,
Come on!
goated.
Follow me! Follow me! Come on! Follow me! Follow me! Follow me! Come on! Come on! I won't miss next time! Come on! Come on! Follow me! Follow me! Come on! Come on! Come on! Come on! Come on! Come on! Come on!
Can you fucking die already? Oh my god, look at this hallway, dude. I need a queen is what I need.
me! Come on! Follow me!
How the hell are these guys not dead?
Follow me!
Thoughts on Seahawks game? I'm pretty happy. I mean, I made a video and did a live stream today kind of giving more in-depth thoughts. I don't know what else to say beyond what I've already said. Life is good for the moment.
Yes, and as I have tried to remind some of you guys who want to doom about anything, even though you've got nothing to doom about, things could be much, much worse. You could be a Dolphins fan. So I straight up just do not want to hear any whining from any other fan base. Period.
Mm-hmm.
Even the fucking Packers, because like they lost Jordan Love in week 1. Okay, that kind of sucked. But you know what? He's coming back, and you're not sitting there worried about him ever playing fucking football ever again.
No! Damn it, I got to the fucking door and that motherfucker fucking grabbed me. User error, I don't have a day job right now. I'm unemployed. I got laid off earlier this year and I can't find anything. There's nothing out there. The job market is terrible.
Yes, be sure to vote for Donald J. Trump. Those of you who are old enough to vote, and also American citizens. We desperately need that guy back in office to actually have jobs in the future. Democrats want you subservient on welfare, or just dead, so that they can replace you with other people who will be subservient on welfare. Thought that was real funny when the New York Times was like, "Hey, it might look like he's winning on election night, but don't trust it, guys." It's like, oh, you're doing this shit again, huh? Good stuff. Oh, fuck you.
I have one fantasy football league. Yeah, I do it with my friend. I've been doing it every year for a while now. I won this week, but I'm a little bit concerned. I decided to have some fun, and my quarterback is Anthony Richardson, and I forgot that I think he's kind of not very good at playing the quarterback position. He's just fun to watch. So that may have been an L. I need guns. Lots of guns. It's fun having Anthony Richardson in fantasy football, though. You never know when he might just go for, like, 48 points or something. What the... Wait a minute. Can
Fuck?
Oh, sweet. I can skateboard. I didn't know this. Awesome.
Oh, I am fucking pissed off right now.
Tyler has come back from that injury really impressively. I was not expecting that. Okay.
Jesus Christ. Hey, I fucking dodge rolled that, man. There we go. Ugh, I hate that TK fight. The mechanics were so stupid.
It was Yusufala. I don't think the Patriots are a decent team. I think they're a decent defense, but ultimately their offense is going to be what we thought they were. We're going to give DK Metcalf like $33 million next offseason, and people are going to get triggered. I can't wait. People get triggered in this fan base because, oh, he dropped a pass. He drops one pass like every 2 games. Ugh. Jesus. I'm already annoyed at those people, and the extension probably won't happen for like 8 months or some shit.
Yeah. Enough to make you say a slur.
God damn it, none of these assholes have guns. They all have nightsticks. What do I do with a nightstick? Can't do anything with that. Yeah, and that's like that. You kind of had to expect that if you're like that. That was kind of predictable, wasn't it? Kendrick Bourne's injured. Fuck, man. Yeah, I like
Oh,
Jalen
man.
Polk.
Remember that episode of King of the Hill where Hank starts smoking again after he tries teaching Bobby that smoking's wrong?
Yeah.
I love the reaction when Dale's just like, "Welcome back, brother." That's good stuff.
When the edgelord from college who went normie pilled after he graduated goes back to the red pilling.
Exactly.
God, this is this is the stupidest boss fight ever. I'm literally slapping an endless stream of hockey pucks at these idiots because I have no other way to do damage to them. Doesn't he make Bobby smoke a whole carton? That sounds like something that would happen in King of the Hill.
Yeah. Because that was an old style punishment where when you saw your kid smoking, you wanted to teach him not to smoke. You'd make him smoke an entire carton in one sitting, which would just make you very physically ill. So the feeling of being so ill is supposed to disgust you to the point where you don't want to smoke ever again. Now I don't know if it really works that way or not.
What if the kid likes it?
Well, that was the joke of what happened in the episode of King of the Hill, is that Hank, trying to teach Bobby that smoking is wrong, re-loved smoking. Because he and Peggy used to smoke a ton. So he's smoking later on, and Peggy sees him smoking, so then they join and start smoking together. But Bobby actually got addicted from all the fucking smoking that he was doing. So the joke is that now the three of them all have to quit. So that was the humor of the episode.
Boom, baby. All right. We actually fucked him up. Thank God I don't have to do that again. Or at least I better not have to do it again. Be right back, guys. We are back.
Oh, that's loud. Oh my god.
What?
The rapper.
Oh, sorry.
I didn't turn your mic volume down. Shit. Oh god. Scared the hell out of me.
What are we doing here?
Alright, I think it's alright now.
Mhm.
That was horrifying.
Anyone there? Hello? 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 Anyone there?
Well, there are a lot worse things you could be addicted to. User error, I guess.
Follow me! Come on!
Wayne, you fat ass. Come on. This game came out after Resident Evil 4, and your AI is like 1/16 of Ashley's, at best.
Pretty base though.
You have low IQ. And are a beta male.
Come on!
What's your opinion of, like, radio personalities that talk about things like sports or politics or whatever and are all about getting, getting out on these big rants and raving and yelling and screaming about stuff? Do you find it entertaining?
Come on!
Not really. The only one I like is when Dan Le Batard does a championship rant when the Heat win. That's it.
Mm-hmm. Like, have you ever heard the Chad Dukes rant? When the Redskins lost that game, like 59-28 or whatever it was, and he was the Redskins guy on DC area radio. Did you ever hear that one? It went viral.
No, I did not.
It's an all-timer. One of my favorites is last year. I think the guy's name is Don LaGreco, or Don LaGreca.
Mhm.
He did this one after the Giants Seahawks game when Evan Neal had the worst game ever for an offensive lineman and was getting booed by the crowd. So after the game, he was like, "Oh, I don't care if they boo me or not. They probably flip hot dogs and hamburgers for a living. I'm in the NFL." And he just
Based.
Don LaGreca just flips out on the air. It's great. And Don LaGreco is like the perfect epitome of a New York sports radio personality. He kind of knows sports, but he kind of doesn't. He's a little bit overweight. He's an older guy. And he likes to get angry a lot. He's like the perfect New York sports guy.
Alright. Gee, fucking God. Alright, hold on.
Oh, that would be like if Darkside Phil came out with merchandise about the time he whacked off on stream. What the hell is he doing? Merchandise of the time I accidentally went on Instagram Live while banging a woman. Who the hell does that? Well, to be perfectly honest, Darkside Phil has admitted many times that he should have owned his stupidity more than he did. He thinks it's too late now, but he does admit that, like, I should have had more fun with the fact that I jerked off on stream. But I was way too serious about stuff back then. Like, he should have had more fun with the "this is how you don't play" stuff, but he just got offended by it. And he was like, yeah, in hindsight, I really should have just learned how to take a joke, but it's too late now. Yeah, the DSP rabbit hole is super deep user error. And the thing is, right now he's actually kind of undergoing a little bit of a comeback. He's doing really well lately on his streams. He's making way more money than he usually does. And he's like trying to figure out how to make it last rather than just wasting it. And it's pretty interesting. But it's hard to believe anything's going to stick. Well, I don't think he is user error. He's like, I watch him a lot because he's my favorite lolcow. Like, he admitted that the WWE Champions account is his. And in his mind, that's like, oh, I'm starting to redeem myself because I admitted I'm the WWE Champions account. It's like, no, you didn't redeem yourself because you just admitted that you were running fundraisers begging for thousands of dollars a day to pay your taxes while you were spending thousands of dollars a month on a mobile game. Like, that's not... You admitting that is not redemption. That's you admitting that you're a fuckwad. Like, you could even argue that would be illegal, honestly. I don't think he would have been able to successfully claim... I don't think his bankruptcy filing would have gone through if he had to admit that he was spending thousands of dollars a month on a mobile game. But it's... You know, even if that's not illegal, and maybe it's not, it's really, really bad that he was actually, like, begging for money while being addicted to mobile games. And he was trying to make it out like, oh, it's my taxes. So, like, 3 weeks ago, he finally admitted that, yeah, the WWE Champions account is mine. Now, he says he sold it, which nobody believes, too. So, to be perfectly honest, he's got, I still don't think he's really even fully admitting his wrongdoings, but even if he is, it doesn't matter. It's way too bad. I will say this about Phil. He gets away with it in a way that, like, Boogie doesn't. Like, he admitted that he plays WWE Champions and used to wail out like crazy in it. His fans didn't leave him. Like, he still has people who love him and support him. And it's like, I don't know if that's, like, commendable or not, but it is notable, right? It's like,
Follow me!
these people will follow you into the abyss.
Follow me!
Oh, user error. I mean, I'm never going to give DSP... It's not like I'm ever going to, like, be a fan of his or support his. That's never going to happen. He's still intrinsically kind of, kind of a loser, no matter what. The only question is, can he at least not be a terrible person? And that's kind of the question here.
Come on!
And his... I mean, he's kind of boring, too, if we're being honest. Like, if you watch his gameplay streams, they're not that entertaining. Oh, shit. Oh, she died. Wow. I missed by, like, a couple of minutes. Sorry, Jolie. Alright, I guess I'm just gonna take you to the base. Well, actually... DSP did start dating his original girlfriend when she was 18, and a lot of people think that he met her when she was 17 and he groomed her. We'll never know if that's true or not, though, because we don't have the exact dates on that stuff, so that's speculation, admittedly. I'm not gonna say anything too firm there one way or another. I will say this, his first girlfriend was a big fan of his YouTube account, which is problematic, right? When you're dating a much younger girl, because she was, like, best case scenario 18 when he was, like, 32, and she's a big fan of yours, right? That's not great. That power dynamic is not going to be... Even if it's not illegal.
Follow me!
I'm assuming you got to this part in the documentary because it's pretty early. But literally the only reason why DSP matters, like, in the grand scheme, is that he came in 4th at EVO in 2005 by a fluke. Like, him finishing 4th at EVO and #1 among American players made him legendary in the fighting game community, and everyone just fucking hates that he did that, but he did it and nobody can ever, like, take it away from him. So, just off the power of that, he became, like, this legendary figure. Alright, see you later. Like, he reacted to his own documentary, DSP did, the other day. Or, like, last week, I think it was. And he admitted that, like, yeah, it was kind of a fluke. I finished 4th in EVO and was the #1 American player in the world for a year because of it. So I became this legend in the fighting game community, no matter how unfair it was. And because of that, people have to acknowledge my place in history, even though everybody hated me. And I probably wasn't as good as most of them. I mean, there was a time where he was good at fighting games, but he placed at Evo because of a fluke, where even though everybody played the arcade version of Street Fighter II Turbo, Evo in 2005 decided to use the PS1 port that was different than the arcade version, and while everybody else was like, oh, fuck this is stupid, why can't we play the arcade version, Phil actually learned how to play the console version, and because of that, he beat everybody except for the Japanese players, which everybody knew the Japanese players were going to win. So he basically got first place. If it weren't for that, I don't think Darkside Phil would have any kind of presence in the fighting game community at all. Yeah, a lot of the top players boycotted because of it was the PlayStation 1 port, and some of the ones that did play were not good at it because they never played the port. Phil was the only one who, and to his credit, he was the only one who was like, okay, this is the version we're playing. This is the version I'm going to learn how to play. And he learned how to play it better than other players. Okay. I mean, I definitely think Boogie's a much worse person than Phil. Like, JS, have you been keeping up on the Boogie stuff over the last couple of months? Are you familiar with any of the stuff happening with Boogie for, like, the last 2 months on LolCal Live? Or have you been tuned out on that one? Yeah, fake cancer. That's what I'm talking about. So basically, ever since then, he's been, like, participating in, like, ritualistic self-humiliation in order to try to atone for it. Like, they have him live streaming picking up garbage on the side of the highway and stuff. They had him go to a Trump rally wearing a White Guys for Kamala t-shirt. They had him get a tattoo on his face that says liar. Shit like that, where it's just like, dude, there's got to be something else in life that you can do, man. There's got to be something else. Nothing is worth this kind of self-humiliation. Well, maybe getting millions of dollars would be worth it, but he's making a few thousand a month. Like, dude, do something else. Well, honestly, he could just post on YouTube. Like, I check in on his YouTube channel sometimes. He uploads, like, once every few weeks. If he uploaded one video every day, which he could easily do, I do it. I upload, like, 4 to 5 videos a day. He would get enough views and make enough money to make a living. Easily. Even with his view counts being way down. Arkansas. And no, his cost of living is incredibly high. He went on the Caleb Hammer show last year, I think it was, and he broke down his finances. He spends an absurd amount on his medications to keep him alive because he's so ill. There's so much shit wrong with him. And he also spends like $900 a month on fast food because, you know, he's fat. Well, yeah, they were breaking it down on the Caleb Hammer show. He was like, dude, you're eating out twice a day, basically. Like, this has to stop. You're killing yourself financially and you're killing yourself medically. Mm.
Damn it!
Yeah, he's on so much shit. And now, like, he was begging for money a few months ago to get on Ozempic because he's convinced Ozempic is this miracle drug that will make him lose all his weight. I don't think that's actually how Ozempic works. I don't think it's just like a magic spell that makes you slim, but who knows, maybe.
Those who reject salvation embrace ignorance.
Oh shit, it's another boss that I'm not really well equipped to do. So we'll see what happens here.
Now I shall return your tainted blood to the foul earth that has spawned you.
Snax was talking about this the other day. Imagine the side effects of Ozempic, because it's basically, you know, freakishly effective at making people lose weight. So imagine the side effects that must be there. Oh yeah, he doesn't stun lock on hit. There's no way I do this. This will be a colossal miracle. I'm actually kind of close. Like, there's no way I pull this off, but the fact that I'm close is actually kind of impressive. Yeah, Bryce Young is just like a kind of player that makes it feel like this whole scouting college players thing is a waste of time. Because for a guy to be this obviously inept and still have been, you know, the #1 overall pick and the consensus #1 QB a couple years ago, it makes you think like, man, a lot of people are just wasting their time trying to solve this stuff. Now, I was never a fan, but point is, like, a lot of people felt like he was clearly the best QB prospect in a long time. Oh my god, I pulled it off. Like, Evan Neal's another great example of that, right? Like, Evan Neal is so obviously bad. How did that guy slip through?
Beseech thee!
No way.
How many are there? Dude, are there an infinite number of psychos? Holy shit. No, 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 no. Fuck, 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 fuck. Okay, good. Ooh, nice. Sexy.
Are you all right? Thanks. Are you all right? Are you all right?
No way.
You're so kind.
Are you all right?
I cannot believe Joe Mixon's okay, though. He looked like he was going to be out a while.
Well, as long as they aren't Tua, people would just seem to be fucking Hercules when it comes to this kind of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. Follow me. Follow me. Follow me. Come on. Follow me. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on.
I think we left somebody behind. Oh, yeah, Ray.
Come on.
This sword is nice, man.
Follow me. Follow me.
The Dan Le Batard show was basically in mourning after Tua's injury. Yeah.
Come on. Come on.
How many more seasons do you think Tua plays? 1.
It really bothers me because last year we had a pretty bad offensive line still, but it obviously wasn't as bad as it is right now. But none of that shit matters because Tua, he played every game last season. The only times he ever got pulled was because the game was obviously over, so we just pulled him early. He never even got dinged up. And then he gets hurt this year on a concussion on a stupid fucking play. And it's like, things were trending up, bro. You can't take a step back like that. And just over. It's all over. You know what I really hope happens? Because people are making a great point as I'm reading this on Twitter. The guy that shot at Trump today been heavily involved in the Ukrainian armed forces during this war, trying to recruit people for it and shit.
Right.
And this is just the first, but it will be far from the last person who has been involved in the Ukrainian war who comes to the West and commits an act of terrorism. It will be far from the last. So, assuming that during Trump's administration, the Ukraine war ends because he's just going to turn off the infinite money spigot, and Putin said, you know, the war ends as soon as the West stops supporting this country and propping them up. So if that's the case, there needs to be a total and complete moratorium on any form of immigration at all from Ukraine. Anybody who's coming in, you got to make sure that they're not Ukrainian. Because I feel like not just against the United States, but once that country collapses, you know, and the war's over, there's going to be so many military trained dudes who are pissed off, who feel like they've been stabbed in the back, who get told or even paid to go commit some act of violence, commit an atrocity in another country. So yeah, hopefully that happens. The war ends, the killing stops, and then Trump says we're not letting any of these fucking people into our country. Be happy to help you rebuild, you know, giving you moral support, but Keep your people out.
Follow me! Follow me!
Just leave it to me.
Come on! Follow me!
The country's fucked anyway. I was reading a report. It was talking about
Follow me! Come on!
2/3 of the women who fled Ukraine as refugees in the last since the war started are currently working as prostitutes somewhere in Europe.
Hmm.
That country is just cooked, man. It's over. All right. Before I head to work tomorrow, I've got to make a trash run, and I got to get some gas. So,
Mhm.
I'm gonna go do that now.
All right, yeah, I'm about to turn the stream off. I just got 3 more survivors in. So we're doing well.
So you'll just go save and then call it.
Yeah, basically.
Fair enough.
Oh, I don't. All right, guys. Thanks for coming out. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Or, well, later today now.